So I'm not sure if you guys remember, who was it? Linda McMahon, the education secretary, I believe. She was the one that was saying that they're going to implement A1. Everybody was clowning her for the A1 steak sauce instead of saying AI. But let's let's take a look at what's going on at some schools, and you guys let me know if you'd be cool with this at schools that your kids or family members are going to.
A school in Texas is turning heads with its bold approach to education. At Alpha School, students spend 2 hours a day learning with AI teachers. The artificial intelligence adapts its lessons to each student, providing one-on-one personalised education. So what happens after those 2 hours are done? Well, the rest of the day is all about real-world skills, from tying shoelaces to learning how to swim and solving 100-piece puzzles. And the results are surprising. Students are scoring in the top 1 to 2% nationally, with the results so strong the model is expanding to states including Florida, California and New York.
Seems pretty dope. The first thing that stood out to me where they got me was right here with the kids working out. We need kids working out. Kids are not getting the exercise that they, or can I say we, that we used to get after school, because they got all this technology. Nobody's playing after school. Nobody's doing anything. Kids probably don't even really want to walk home. Walking home and walking to school used to be something fun. Now they probably just rather call it Uber or a Lyft. But there seems to be a couple things that I think stand out, which make this way of teaching very impactful. The second thing that they mentioned was it's personalized. It's personalized. So I don't know exactly how they personalized the education with the AI, but I guess AI does make it a little bit easier. I guess you can input certain things and say, hey, this child is interested in learning about this today, or I'm not sure how it works, but that is the opposite approach to what, in my opinion, education has become. The education system is the opposite of personalized. It's okay, more and more testing. And I don't know why the testing is. I should look this up, but maybe you guys know. Why has elementary, middle school, high school education become so overwhelmed with testing? Is it because that's where the funding is? Like if you reach a certain sorry to interrupt the video. We got a new challenge. 20,000 by the end of April. We fell short in March, but we're gonna get our goal this month. Thank you all in advance for those that are gonna continue to like, subscribe, maybe even leave some comments and let us know how we're doing. And on that note, let me let y'all get back to the video and I'll see y'all soon. Bracket or I'm not sure what it's called, but if you hit a certain number, do you get certain funding? Because I always wondered why testing is such a big issue in these schools. And a lot of parents complain because you end up not learning the skills, like the life skills that a lot of them were talking about. And I know they're talking about younger kids when it comes to swimming and tying their shoes, but I think that it goes all the way up where kids are not learning real world skills, real world trades, not learning how to balance a checkbook, not learning how to pay taxes, not learning all these things to finance things, not learning real estate, all these different things that could be very simply taught. I mean, you could play Monopoly and teach kids a lot of real estate. But things seem to be just, no, we're programmed. We need to make sure that we have these kids test, and then the schools are competing, I guess, to see who tests the best. But testing does not always provide the best education for the kids as far as it pertains to them being successful and developing skills that they can actually use in life, practical skills. So I don't know. There's a lot of components to this. I would need to do a little bit more of a deeper dive to get more thoughts on it. But I mean, you can't argue, I guess, with the test. They're not spending all day going over testing and trying to memorize different problems to all this stuff, other stuff. They're spending time doing real world things and still performing in the top 1-2 percentile. So that sounds dope. Hold on. Unc said living in Colorado schools is based on those academic levels that increase the school's overall budget. See, that's what I was thinking. They rely, it's always follow the money, right? It's always follow the money. When stuff doesn't make sense, like we always talk about, when smart people do stuff that just doesn't make sense, usually there's some type of incentivization involved.
And the biggest incentivization is going to be money. So now we're compromising our kids' education and the real world skills that they're going to develop just so we can have more of a budget, even though, and that's why I want to play this video for y'all later with Thomas Sowell, but even though America spends the most amount on education and we do not perform at all as high as a lot of these other countries. So a lot of people are upset about getting rid of the Department of Education. Well, that's what happens when you don't perform well. You don't perform well in your job and see what happens. Or maybe because you're in whatever demographic group, you feel that you're just entitled to perform bad on your job and still keep your job. I know that's the common thing right now. So I guess so. The education system in this country needs to be overhauled. I am in agreement with you, Unc. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. What's the next? Oh man. All right, hold on. We got one for y'all. Hold on.
Ew, it's Dak. Just want to thank you for checking out our video and visiting the OG Network. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure that you give us a like. And if you're looking to join a community of inspired individuals striving for purposeful abundance, subscribe. And if you're feeling real generous, share the video with some friends and family. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.